You ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefit, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets.
Pressure-packed moment in sports, hands down, has to be shootout in the World Cup. Because I am a casual fan of the beautiful game called football. I wanted to throw up. I wanted to throw up for all of these teams, for every kick.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Whole city turns up. Where the best belong. Never love. Shit, never love. 901 to the world, let them know we gotta never love. Yeah, never love. Bluff City show out, gotta never love, never love. Shit, never love. Got soul, got heart, got pride, gotta never love. Yeah, never love. 901 to the world, let them know we gotta never love.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
This Photoshop job of the College Football 27 cover for this year is atrocious. Like, who made this? It's so bad.
This is the deluxe edition. So you have to pay extra to get Kurt Signetti on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're paying extra to get Kurt Signetti?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go to noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Friday, August 7th, 2026 edition of the show. Today on the show, we will get you ready for the weekend ahead, and there has been, oddly, a bunch of sports news that has gone on over the course of the last 24 hours. And this morning, college sports may be changing in a big way. We will get to that and how that impacts the University of Memphis. Pablo Torre is back at it again with the Los Angeles Clippers and Kawhi Leonard story. I was so enthralled with the Hall of Fame game last night. I could not believe it. But there we were, watching a football game that came down to the last play of the game. We will get to all of that, get you ready for the weekend ahead. It's a Friday. It's nice out. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. I hope everybody's having a good day. All right, we got a bunch of stuff to get to, not the least of which is some maybe big changes in the college sports landscape. And there were some good sports that were going on last night. Gary Parrish from the Gary Parrish Show is going to join us. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senior Sack, Johnny Bagpole, Johnny Bearcat, the Groom Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Neckcarb, John Lance. He's Dr. Thunder. He's John the Polluter. He's John Sweeney. Hello, John.
What up?
1 week till it all goes down.
Yeah.
In a week from today, we've got rehearsal dinner. Oh, yeah.
We do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got 1 week, brother.
I've got. Next Thursday's my last show until like the 26th or 27th.
Until you come back wearing a wedding ring.
This is true.
You want to try one on? You ever try one on?
Dude.
Bro, that wouldn't fit his pinky.
Man.
Big bag?
Man.
I have like 6 or 7 different wedding rings.
Oh, yeah.
I take them off all the time when I'm riding. I'm fidgety, so I take them off when I'm typing, and then I just kept losing them. I just leave them at Starbucks and stuff. So I finally went to Amazon. I just said, give me a 10-pack of $7 wedding rings.
Gary Parrish from the Gary Parrish Show is here as he is every Friday. You can listen to him every morning at 10 a.m. on Grind City Media, YouTube, and everywhere else you get your podcast. So, to your point, I'm going to show you something.
Mm-hmm.
These are on, you know how like you know when you go to Amazon and you click on orders and it'll say order again?
Yeah.
That's basically everything I get.
Yeah.
Everything is order again. I very rarely get a new item.
I don't buy anything for the first time ever now. It's
on the top of order again is a 5-pack of these are
The rubber ones?
This is the wedding ring I wear.
The rubber ones?
It's silicone.
Yeah.
And I bet I have 20 of these that just lay around.
Yes.
And then I just I find one.
Yeah.
I have them in my golf bag. I have them in my car. I have them wherever. But I mean, that's what, because the, what's it called? The silver one, like, again, I either take it off or I'm scared it's going to get hung on something, or I don't know. I've gotten so used to these stupid plastic ones.
I'm looking at my Amazon orders too. It's the same thing. Order it again, buy it again, buy it again. It's all rings. I would just, I start typing and it won't bother me sometimes.
Did you already get yours? Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, how come every single thing?
Bro, I'll bring you one. I'll bring you one.
No.
I got plenty. I got plenty. I'll bring you one.
I need a 20-second. I need a 20.
We got to regroup.
20. I'm using the one the Spurs coach didn't. All right. Every time we ask you about anything that is going on with this whole thing.
I don't know.
No, it's not you don't know. You start with a blank stare and it's the reaction a bull would have, where you just, with your nose, you go.
like we just told you something and you haven't thought about it at all.
No, 100%.
All I said is, do you have a ring? And you're like.
So let me ask you, when y'all got yours originally, and you do your ceremony or whatever, did you have the $7, $10?
Oh, no, we had
No,
that was a great
ones.
one. That was like hundreds of dollars.
I had a real one.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
No, we're good then. We're
Okay,
good.
yeah.
But those have been gone so long.
Yeah, I had that. That was gone. I don't even think we got home.
That makes sense. I feel so much better now.
Yes. Oh, because you've got an awesome one?
It was like $250.
That's fine. You're going to lose that one. You're going to lose that one. You won't have that one long.
No, it's not bad. But yeah, Darnell we were talking about this with Darnell, and he's like, I got mine on Amazon for $30. I was like, wait, what?
No, your first one can be whatever you want it to be. It's
Okay.
just I had the first nice one, and then I got another nice one, and then at some point you've just got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
This is going to keep happening.
Yeah.
So how can I resolve this? And by the way, my $300 one, however much it looks just like this.
Yeah.
They look exactly the same. And so now I have one on my finger. I have a drawer on my desk upstairs. They're just there. I can go and grab them like the pieces of gum.
Yeah.
I keep one in my car. I keep one in my computer bag. I always have one.
Yeah.
Always have one wherever I'm at. Because the last thing I want to do would be looking for something when I got to get out the door.
Yeah.
So I just have.
No, that makes me feel
I have
so
everything.
much better.
I have everything I need.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine.
You're going to be fine.
Yeah. No, we're good. We're good.
We almost made it feel guilty for buying a nice wedding.
No, you're
ring.
No, you didn't make me. No, trust me, that didn't.
You're
make
just
me
going to
feel guilty. I was
learn.
going to be like, damn it!
You're just going to learn. Now, some people just never take it off, which is fine.
That's right.
But I will just be typing, and suddenly it bothers me, and then it will not stop bothering me until I do this, and then it just stays there.
Does it ever like hit a button that you don't?
No,
need
it's
to hit
not
or
that.
whatever?
It's literally just.
He doesn't type that much.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's literally
all these writers that used to write
we
articles.
don't do that anymore.
They don't even
We
write
do that
articles anymore.
We just talk.
I heard you this morning talking about Pablo, and he was like, he's like the writer that figured out, hey, I'll just do writing, except I'll talk about it.
That's right.
Like, I'll still do the reporting part of the job. I'll just turn it into a podcast.
Yeah, the only reason I ever was a writer was because that's all I thought I could do to make a point. But then they said, no, you can actually just say it into a microphone. I was like, all right, that's way better.
And I will say this because you guys, Jessica, in passing mentioned, she really likes it because it's like a throwback to real journalism, right? Somebody digging up a story and doing the reporting behind it and whatever else. And I don't think there's any question. What happened with that is not that there is not a want for public consumption of that. It was all of the entities that you would be covering became so intensely powerful that the fear, they lost so many lawsuits, right? Whether it was Gawker lost a lawsuit, Trump sued whoever, 60 Minutes lost a lawsuit, Fox News lost a lawsuit over the, election stuff, the ballot things, the voting machines or whatever. And it's like, bro, you might get sued and destroy your business.
Oh, yeah.
And so everybody's just like, you know what, forget it. And you could even, look, on a smaller level, you can even remember when I was texting you on the side, when all that Mickelson stuff came out, because I got a bunch of buddies that are in like the golf media, like Mickelson has like the most hardcore lawyer ever. And everybody in that sphere was sent that he had gotten in trouble at his golf course, whatever. But if the girl ain't talking and the golf course is like super tight-lipped and whatever, and you've got a lawyer that's saying, if you do this, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be willing to pay a fortune in order. And so that's the thing with Pablo. For whatever reason, that's why from the very beginning I thought, like, bro, this thing better be airtight because you're dealing with one of the 5 to 7 richest people in humanity.
Right.
Like,
but he's got it.
I know, but it almost is like they're so scared now because, bro, if you screw that up, you are sued into oblivion.
Right.
Yeah. And then these media places, like, they collapse.
Oh, well, I can tell you one where this was at least in my head. And it's not the Albertine stuff, although we expected to get sued for that.
Right.
It never happened, but we expected it. We were prepared for it. When I did the story about FedEx trying to buy Memphis into the Big East.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you turn on Channel 3 on weekends, but like.
No, Fred Smith was mad about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that was tough. Yeah. I mean, I had to sit down with lawyers and talk to them. It was like, that was not easy for me. Like, because
you get so scared.
Well, here's what I got scared.
It's like, man, that ain't worth this.
If I'm being completely honest, like, I was scared that Fred Smith could pick up one phone call and be like,
"You're done.
You're done." And at some point, CBS has got to go. We have tens of millions of dollars in FedEx money,
right?
Or we could lose the FedEx money and just get out of here.
Right.
And to my boss's credit, because I was unsure, but they stood by me hard and said, if you've got a problem with the story, we'll talk about the story, but we don't have a problem with the story. The story's true. But it was in that moment, like I remember having this thought, was I so hungry to chase a story that I just messed up my career? That I just really walked into a bad spot because
I think that is the common, I would say that is 95% of people. You know what I mean? Like, you better have, now, of course, he's Meadowlark. He's got, and the other thing is, it seems to be that he had that stuff, right? When you get people on record with fear of perjury, it's not you anymore.
Right.
You are reporting what these people said. They're the ones that are going to perjure themselves, right? You are not in the wrong. But again, it's still mega scary to take on.
Well, it's just
because you're dealing with not only one side of it, which is the richest man, one of the richest men in the world. You're also dealing with one of the richest sports leagues in the world that's having to deal with this.
Well, where it can get scary is even if you're right, that won't necessarily prevent you from getting sued.
Right.
So they can financially cripple you.
Sure.
I mean, this is what at the highest levels of the government right now.
Absolutely.
You're just scared to death of all right, let's just settle because they could kill all of us. And so, it's scary. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And the thing with that one,
and I think that's why you don't, the point was, I think that's why you don't see it as much anymore because that was not a big thing when we were growing up. And that wasn't, and the other thing is the media companies were so powerful. But now these media companies are able to be just totally crippled by people that are way richer than them.
Oh, and also
it flipped.
Well, in every city in America, not every, but lots, used to have the big building at 495 Union, commercial pill, 3-story, however many story, filled up with reporters reporting. Now there's nobody works in newspapers anymore.
That is going to be something.
Hospital, I believe. They're going to reshape it into a hospital, something with maybe Regional 1 or something. Yeah. I'm not sure, but
it'd probably still be going if you didn't report that FedEx Big East thing.
Well, you know what upset Fred? It wasn't necessarily my story. I mean, clearly my story.
Yeah.
What happened? Deadspin flipped it into Fred Smith's trying to buy, because at the time.
Trying to buy Memphis.
No, it wasn't even that. At the time, guess who the quarterback was at Memphis?
Oh, Camden Smith.
So they got flipped into Fred Smith's trying to buy his son into a power conference. I never wrote that or reported that, but they connect the dots, and that's the way they sold it. And then
that's wrong, bro.
If I remember correctly, I don't know if I've ever told this story.
Well, and Karma got them. Well, Hulk Hogan did.
Right.
and Peter Thiel.
I don't know if I've ever told this story. When that story broke that morning, I was in Memphis. I was here. Fred Smith was in New York and went to CBS. He saw my bosses that day.
Wow.
That's it. One of my bosses said, the secretary came back in the back and because Fred walked in and had said, "I'm here to see whoever," handed the card. And she walked back with the card and said, "This man's out in front wanted to talk to you." And he looked at it and he's like, "Okay."
All right.
Yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. And I subsequently saw Fred, and it was fine. So fine that it didn't even come up. Didn't even come up. He and I never spoke about that. But on that morning, the way I remembered
mad about it.
he was mad because it was like, you're trying to buy your...
I'd be mad too.
I would too. Yeah, I got it. I would.
Right? I was trying to do something good for the city, and this something got spun into me being.
And it went very quickly from, man, look at this story I got, to, oh shit, I might be in it now. I was fearful of losing my job.
It's interesting you bring up that, because that was so many years ago. And my God, we had the biggest celebration here ever because we did get in the Big East. And then all those Big East teams ran out, right? Yep. And it's crazy that whatever it is, 20-something years later, here we are this morning, and there is this Save College Sports Act that's going on, and it's on the floor, and it's being debated whether it's going to happen. And Ross Dellinger really set off a firestorm amongst fans of many different schools because they're trying to slip in all this stuff at the end. Now, of course, they're going to go on recess, right? Like, right. And so it's like this is either going to get done today or it's not going to get done. And everybody's slipping in these like little amendments.
It's becoming exactly like a bill you hear about, where it's like you put like, all right, hey, I'll vote for this, but you got to take care of my district on this thing.
Right.
It's becoming one of those.
And so this Ashley Moody, who is a Republican from Florida, they put in these amendments. One of the amendments she puts in is an exception in the expansion provision that's written into the College Sports Act that permits Power 4 schools to move conferences without the 5-year probationary period. Now, it stands to reason, 2 of her schools are Miami and Florida State. So she is doing something for her contingency, but immediately that sets off alarms to everybody going, oh, because obviously you got Florida State and Miami as 2 teams that very well may want to move. And if you're taking that away, then they can.
And then, so if you're a lawmaker in South Carolina, Clemson's probably on the phone with you saying, hey, they're taking care of Florida State and Miami down there. They're protecting them. I need you to protect me. And now you don't have the votes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they've got, and in this amendment, again, we'll see what happens with this and if it passes or not. But in this amendment, you basically would then have 180 days. So more or less 6 months. You'd have 6 months to say if you're doing this or not, if you're moving conferences, okay? But you don't have to do the 5 years anymore. And so this has always been a thing on the outside. And the reason it makes all of us perk up is because if there is a 5-year probationary period, that whole Ed Scott going on your show, Charles Huff standing in front of everybody saying, hey, I hope in a couple of years we're talking from a big conference and whatever. That is not possible, right? We're at least 5 years out of this.
If they tell Florida State you can go to the SEC tomorrow, they would. If they tell Florida State you can go to the SEC in 5 years, but for the next 5 years you're an independent, which is the way the bill was written, that's a non-starter.
Right. And so this went from no conference realignment whatsoever. If this gets bullied into the bill,
right?
Like, I think there's probably a little, sitting there, if you're Ed Scott, going, come on, bro, this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. This is why I turned down the Pac-12. These ACC teams won out, and he's got the prior relationships with everybody in the ACC. That has always been the one I think he thought they'd get in.
Yes.
But it looked like pretty dire at the beginning of this week. And then as of this morning, by virtue of Florida State and Miami wanting to get out of that conference, it's like, oh, buddy, this could cause a big wave if everybody's got to do everything within 6 months.
That's right. And just to, so I don't think Ed learned anything here. I think he's always known this is what those schools want to do, but it is confirmation. Like, there is no reason for a Florida lawmaker to be trying to alter the bill in this way, unless they need to do it for schools that want to move. There's no other explanation.
Because those schools called him like, no.
You're right. That's exactly what happened.
We're going to be stuck.
Yes, we'll be stuck. And that would have been bad for Memphis because there is still room in the power conferences. The bill would cap all power conferences at 19. And if you 19 times 4, you get that number. We ain't there yet. So there's still room to get in the door. But what we have learned over the years is there's just no scenario where a power conference wants Memphis just because. Like, hey, you're available, we'll take you. If that were the case, that would have happened yesterday or last year or 10 years ago. The only way Memphis, I don't want to say the only, but the most obvious way Memphis ends up in a power conference is movement in the power conferences, and then somebody needs to fill in with replacements. You got to replace the Florida States, the Miamis, the Clemsons, the Virginias, the Dukes, whenever they leave. That's always, for a while, that's been the hope. And the bill as initially written was not going to allow for that. But if it now gets altered where there can be Power 4 movement between the Power 4 conferences, then that's when the ACC schools move on, and we're right back to where we hoped we would be. Hey, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, Louisville.
It regionally makes sense. We've actually got some juice in basketball, and it's a basketball conference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you lost Duke, you lost Virginia, you lost Clemson, Florida State, whatever. Obviously, for the other ACC schools, it's not good, but then suddenly Memphis is paired in the best league it's maybe ever been in.
Right.
That's got to be the hope. And if this, but to make that hope more realistic, you need this bill to get altered the way it seems to be headed.
If that's so, who knows who all starts bailing within the, I mean, again, if you're giving people a 6-month, timeline, and they're saying, look, once this 6 months is done, you're stuck.
Right.
I mean, it might not just be those schools. Like, we could be in for massive conference realignment again.
What's funny is everybody on a surface level, they think, well, like Duke would go to the Big Ten or something like that. Yeah. And what Duke might get left behind.
Right.
It's like the Big Ten, you know what they want? North Carolina, Virginia. They want the big academic state schools.
Yeah.
And then the SEC might just go the Clemson, football schools.
Florida State or Miami or
Florida
State.
And I've been told, as big a brand as Duke is in men's basketball, the Big Ten and SEC might look around and be like, we don't want you.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want you.
Yeah. But you think that's probably what Ed Scott's thinking, right? I mean, it's got to be, right? Because
I can tell you definitively that is the hope.
Isn't that always what he fancied?
Yes.
The ACC was what he wanted to go to and thought it might be able to break that way. Therefore, while this new Pac-12 has been put together, they said that you don't say no to that unless you think you got something else that can happen.
Well, I think at that time when they passed on the Pac-12, I believe they genuinely thought they were headed for the Big 12. I think they thought the Big 12 would accept that big package.
Yeah.
They were disappointed in that. So it's like we passed on the Pac-12 because we think we're headed to the Big 12. Then that falls apart. Then the next move is we just got to wait out this ACC. That's going to break up. I don't know if it's tomorrow or 2030, but it's breaking up. And this lawmaker in Florida trying to amend this bill is confirmation that they want to break up. They want to leave. It's got to make financial sense, and it's got to be possible. But this is confirmation that there are schools in the ACC that want out, and they know they can get out. And when that happens, that's where the door opens for Memphis. You got to walk through that door. Because if you don't walk through that door, now it's like, it's I don't know where you go.
Everything's set. For an extended amount of time, right? We're looking up and we're going, well, at best, 5 years from now, they'll revisit this stuff.
In my head, based on tons of conversations with lots of different people, I think it is very realistic if you're a Memphis fan to think one day we're going to be in a league with Louisville again. We're going to be in that league with Louisville again. I think that's a realistic thing to dream about and think about. If it doesn't happen there, I don't know where you go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It does make me wonder. And, so I will tell everybody, here's a little update on my Phil Steele magazine fiasco that went on a week ago. The Barnes & Noble on Germantown Parkway in front of Wolf Chase Galleria has 1 million of them. So I was able to attain the Phil Steele college football magazine yesterday. And so I was flipping through it and I was reading through it last night. Phil, he's going to be on what?
And it's next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. All right. And Phil Steele, very famously on our show, was the first time we had ever heard about Kurt Cignetti or Indiana, and he has called a lot of. I mean, his predictions are extremely accurate over the years. Generally, it's just his whole life. His whole life is knowing this stuff and caring about.
I think
this
last
stuff.
year he nailed with us on the show. He said to make the playoff. He said Texas A&M and Oklahoma.
Yeah,
he was both on last
year. So, I got to tell you, opened up the magazine, not thrilled to read that we were in the Memphis was in the going down section, which was basically you have an 80% chance of having a same or worse record than last year. Now, by the way, it's not going to be good for anybody around here because the number 1 team on that is Ole Miss, right? So, and Memphis is number 2 on the going down list, which is just saying we do not. There is a very high percentage chance that the team is not going to have as good a record as it did last year, right? That's all that's saying, right? And then I read through the whole thing, and it's not that. Honestly, like he thinks the bowl streak will still continue, but they ain't going to be as good as they have been recently, especially with all of the new players and whatever else.
All I hear is bulletin board material.
Yeah, I do too. But I will say, in reference to the conversation we were just having, you wonder how much bigger this season becomes. If this passes, how much bigger when you're opening up a new to not take a big step back, right? Like because it is right. You're moving from Ryan Silverfield to Charles Huff. Charles Huff has been amazing on the microphone. But they've got 70 new players. Right. We have no idea. He brought a lot of guys from his Southern Miss team, obviously, over. But they got 70 new players. They got nobody back on deep. None of these guys have played together. None of these guys have played together as a unit. Their non-conference schedule is, like, super challenging. And it's like, you do wonder. It's like, all right, well, if it wasn't that great of a year, it's year one, right? It takes anybody a couple years to, establish whatever the Charles Huff version of the program is going to be. And I know he has said, like, bro, we don't have time to be able to. And I think about it differently this morning maybe than I did. You know what I mean? Like, 7-5 would have been fine. And, okay, you keep the bowl streak going, and it's a step forward. And then next year we take a leap, right? But bro, if you take a big step back while all this crap is going on, it is a debacle. Yeah, if you pop a 4-8 season, you're dead.
It's important to be good. I mean, even Ed would tell you that. And I always go back to South Florida. You remember when Jim Leavitt was there?
Yeah.
And that was like ranked in the top 25 every year, big Florida market. If they could have just maintained that football program when the next conference,
That's how Central Florida did.
Yes.
Central Florida was a piece of crap.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden,
they built that stadium. They got
Scott Frost, an undefeated season, and they're in the freaking Big 12. And it's like, what happened?
But if you go back, I don't know if it's 15, 20 years, but there's a moment in time where if I tell you one day either Central Florida or South Florida will be in a power conference, which one do you think it is?
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't even been conversation. It was South Florida. But they dropped off. Central Florida moved up. And then when it was time to go, they're the more attractive option.
Yep.
That's got to be the goal for Memphis right now. When it's time to go, they got to look
Not the best time to have 70 new players and a new coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a good...
It would be better to have something established, bring a bunch of returning starters, a returning quarterback. We've been good for a long time.
You would like to win the American in football, win the American in men's basketball, and then when those doors open up, you're like, who else but us?
Right.
Who else but us?
Right.
But that requires...
Phil Steele's got a 6th in the conference.
Yeah.
That's death.
That's not great.
If that's true, again, it might be bulletin board material, but I'm just saying,
6th?
Bro, I think I'm right on this.
Well,
but again, you don't know any of the players. It's so hard to predict because you don't know.
I mean,
how do we know if Marcus...
You started out okay when you said we got an 80% chance of being the same. So I'm like, what were we, 8-4?
No. No, worse. It's an 80% chance of being worse.
Oh, wow, that's...
But how do we don't know if Marcus Stokes is going to be good?
He might be awesome.
Is.
Yeah, I mean,
he might be awesome.
I mean, I struggle with this with Tiger basketball, and I'm supposed to be the guy who can tell you whether they're going to be good or not.
How can you know?
I don't have it. I mean, how do you know?
AAC. Yeah, he's got Navy, Texas San Antonio, Tulane, East Carolina, Army, Memphis. Oh, yeah, Memphis.
Tulane, East Carolina, Texas San Antonio.
Yeah, no.
Not that jerk of a coach. Remember that guy? He cheated to beat us. They cheated to beat us.
It says, all right, here's what it says. The Tigers have been in the 3 of the last 9 AAC title games. They're 67-14 in the last 12 years at the Liberty Bowl. That's a great record. Last year, they lost their 4-year quarterback and most of their skill players, but they have the most NIL money of any AAC school. Memphis was a playoff frontrunner after beating Arkansas and stood 8-1, but Ryan Silverfield to Arkansas rumors popped up, as did 6 and 4-point losses, and the Tigers dropped their last 4 games. Charles Huff has just 10 returning starters, but a solid class of transfers. They face Navy, Tulane, South Florida, all on the road, but remain an AAC contender. That's what it says. I don't know. That's what it says. But yeah, it would not be good to be middle of the pack.
No, you don't want to be middle of the pack in the AAC
like
and then talking about. And
we got a new stadium. Like that's cool.
We do have a new stadium.
New stadium.
I just wonder if like all of this stuff now makes us view the season radically differently, because it's like, bro, you can't go out and like get pasted by UNLV and Boise State at the beginning of the season,
Right. Yeah. No, it's
or lose to Arkansas State, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, again, we have no idea if they're going to be good or not.
What you do not want is Virginia and North Carolina and other ACC schools leaving, and then the ACC says, all right, we need 2 members. We need 4 members, however many. And then they go, well, what about Memphis? And it's like, well, they just finished 3rd in men's basketball in the American and finished 6th in football with average attendance of 22,000 in a brand new stadium. What are we doing? You don't want that.
Right.
You need to, when that door
I mean,
opened.
we were, you know, you saw that the UAB quarterback pissed everybody off in Memphis by saying, we knew that if they won, they were getting college game day. We ruined that, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's like, oh, shut up. What is wrong with these UAB guys? You remember Yaxel did it years ago.
Yeah, but
What's wrong with these UAB guys always popping off, right? And so anyways, the UAB guy, he pops off whatever. But that was true. Like, we were going to get college game day like last year.
Oh, yeah. And that's also like the kind of stuff like that matters, because that's just a commercial and people turn it on and it's like, hold up. We could maybe take Memphis. Memphis looks great. Yeah. Look at that. Like that game day that was on Bill Street was amazing.
Amazing.
And you have to just, that's the impression you want people to see. I all the time, back when the American had a CBS Sports Network television deal.
Yep.
They'd have Tiger football games at Liberty Bowl, and we'd be carrying them on CBS Sports Network. And so my coworkers would be back in studio in New York. And I can't tell you how many different times I would get a text message from somebody in studio, and they'd be like, GP, like Memphis is good, but why is nobody at the game? And I would say, there's 35,000 people there. It just doesn't look like it because the stadium's way too big. But that visual's not a good thing.
How many seats is it going to have now?
They took it down to...
That's a lot less.
It's a lot less.
Is it like 50?
It's a little lower than that, I think.
That deck they have is super cool.
Yeah.
Like where the fan deck or whatever, which is actually on one of the sides where people could just hang out and stand and watch the game from the...
So my larger point is like, you need it to... Like the vibes matter. The visuals matter. You need people to look at Memphis and go, Memphis is awesome. And that's what game day did. That's what a full stadium does. That's what a successful football program can do. But if the losses stack up this year and the crowds start to dwindle and people look at it, that's not good. You got
no pressure, Charles Huff.
I mean, it really is.
No pressure, bro.
He knows it. He knows it.
But I mean, I'm saying this became very real this morning.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you weren't really good this year, it's not the future of your program at stake. Like, it literally is the future of your university.
It could be.
If Florida State, Miami say we're out, and you're not the one the ACC wants to pick, then you're stuck in the stupid AAC forever.
The next best opportunity seems to be that.
Yeah.
And they.
Well, and that seems like what they've been gearing for.
100%.
And they talk like with their
100%.
chest out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'll say we got to apologize. We've goofed on Ed about, like, you know, his photo
his
photo
graphics,
shoots,
yeah.
his graphic. He hired Charles Huff
Yeah.
and posted a picture of himself and all this stuff. And he's got a good sense of humor about
Yeah.
it. Buddy, I'll take him over that clown at Purdue any day.
Whoa.
This video, do you see this, Roger?
No.
Oh, my God.
This is the Purdue new AD yesterday at his press conference.
Every recruit, every current student athlete will hear this message repeatedly. We are here to win championships. If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana.
I don't know if you follow football.
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
Yeah, what?
Dude.
I mean,
Literally just won the national championship.
I mean, what is the amount of money we three could pile up together for the Indiana-Purdue game this year?
Bro.
Because it's going to be...
Also, like, I don't think Kurt Cignetti's the guy you want to get in a trash talking contest with.
it might have been 40-3, and now it's going to be 70-3.
Yeah, it's going to be
All right,
70 to 3.
Hold on. Gary? Roser, I'm going to tell you, because I can't imagine that you guys would remember this. Kurt Cignetti has been at Indiana for 2 years. Okay? He's been there 2 years. The cumulative score in their games against Purdue is at today 122-3.
Is there a look-ahead line on this game?
So that's before this guy went up.
Before he was even mad.
Let me see.
122-3.
Let me get a look-ahead
And
line
you know,
on
like
that.
Barry Odom,
Bruh.
just sitting there yesterday, like,
Are you
like,
serious?
what are you doing to me, man?
I saw Purdue fans saying, we got to fire this guy. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Bro, 122-3?
And Cignetti is a maniac. Like, he will try to bury
Who
you.
is this guy? Do you know who that guy is? I'm serious.
I had never met him. I'm always hesitant to be like, I don't know him, because it's like we could have been on a panel
Where was he
together.
from?
Rice. He was at Rice. So it's
Well,
possible
he don't know what he. I think he was trying to, like,
He was
win over a fan base.
it
The fan base was like, shut
up. It was exactly like this. You're the new athletic director at Ole Miss, and you're like, and at Ole Miss, we win College World Series, and we go to the college football playoff, and if you don't want to compete for championships, you know where you can go. Get on down there to Starkville, because they ain't winning nothing down there, and people can be like, hotty toddy. But you can't say it when your rival just won the national championship in the biggest sport in college athletics. If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana.
Bro.
And they're holding the goddamn trophy.
Gary,
what are we doing?
Gary, I just went and checked. In 2024, or no, last year's game was 56-3. So if I and you can do the quick math.
No look-ahead line right now.
No, that means the year before was 66-0.
Oh, damn.
For a cumulative 122-3. And the guy stands up there and says, if you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana. They beat you 122-3.
And Cignetti is the type that, like, he does not like this kind of, like, he ain't there for the bull. Like,
no.
There was the one.
He really might beat them by.
Well, there was the
100.
He's going to try to score 100.
Like, that dude makes me laugh because he takes, like, he just. There was one moment before, I want to say it was like at Penn State, but it was something like that. Yep. And his pregame right on the field. And they're like, and coach, you guys haven't won here in, 48 years or something like that. And he's like, I never coached here before. I think I'll be fine. And then he goes out and wins the game. He's like, I don't know. Like, I guess the school, Indiana, has never won here 48 years. Okay, that's fine. But I never coached here, and these guys never played here.
Do you think anybody said anything to this guy after he walked off the stage?
Yes.
And was like,
bro, like, good try, but, oh, man.
Yeah. Did you see the scores the last 2 years?
It's just like.
What are you trying? And if I'm playing for Purdue, I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious?
Dude, I didn't even want to play the game. I didn't want to play him again. And now we got to go do this?
His team's beaten me 122-3 the last 2 years. It reminds me of that very, very famous, like, remember when Vandy started off undefeated? And then that linebacker
was like, they're gonna see what Vanderbilt's all about next week, and it's like, and then it's like they put the SpongeBob a few moments later, and it's like 56-0 Alabama beating them to death.
That's what this is gonna be.
It is really what it's like.
Yes.
Oh, this is worse than we're finding the West.
Oh,
I had a buddy,
dude.
I had a buddy last week, and I was like, I was one of my friends is a Kentucky alum. And so I was with him about a week ago, and I was like, what'd you think about that coach popping off at SEC Media Days? He's like, oh, man, I loved it. And he's like, but I love it. I love how confident he is. Because they got the guy, I think he's the guy from Oregon, right? He's one of Dan Lanning's guys, I believe, the new Kentucky guy. And
Will Stein.
They asked him what makes him so confident that they're going to win. And he's like, me, right? He's doing like the Signetti thing. And so he's like, I love it. I love the confidence, right? The guy walks out with her. He's like, but I'm well aware that every time we lose, people are going to post that video. And I was like, bro, we did it fine with the West. Yeah. And this cat, nobody even knew. There was such a press conference that would not be on anyone's radar in the world.
I shouldn't know your name today.
Yeah.
I shouldn't know your name. We shouldn't be talking about you in Memphis. You just walked right into one.
You know what he should have said? He was like, I was talking about basketball.
Yeah,
right.
It's easy.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to be here and work with Matt Painter.
Yes.
We win Big Ten championships. And if you don't want to compete for a Big Ten championship, you can go to Indiana.
Right.
Woohoo! That's fine.
Who is Purdue's football coach?
It's
Barry
Odom.
Really?
Our old pal Barry Odom.
Defensive mastermind.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
It's a tough spot. He can't believe it. This is my boss.
Oh,
you count on you.
Trust me,
all he's done is tried to not piss off Kurt Signetti probably for the last 6 months. He probably
Barry Odom's like, I'm looking forward to getting together with Coach Signetti and learning from him.
Indiana's social media team is just going to be, they're going to be relentless.
It's going to be so. And by the way, coaches are they're paranoid by nature. They always think somebody's setting them up.
Yes.
And so I promise you, I barely know Barry Odom, but I promise you, all night last night, he's like, I can't believe what this guy's doing to me. Does he just want to get my brains getting so he can bring his own guy in here? All this stuff is going through his head.
I actually, somebody just sent me the look ahead line is minus 82.5. So if you guys want to take Purdue,
I'll take Indiana.
Probably just lay it. Probably just lay it. I mean, it could be whatever he wants it to be. Probably it could be whatever he wants to be. That guy is like.
That's insane.
I don't know where it goes from here, but like we are in a position right now where we might be watching the greatest coach of all time.
Oh.
Like
what?
Like
I don't think
any sport, anything, any level. Like
he's coached at Indiana for 2 years, which is the worst job in the world, and he's 27-2.
It's outrageous.
And the 2 losses were
Ohio State.
At Ohio State
And Notre Dame in the playoff.
And that's even like crazier than even Brad Stevens going back-to-back championship games at Butler. Because in basketball, you grab you a Gordon Hayward, you luck into a Shelvin Mack.
Yep.
You got 2 pros.
Yeah.
Let's go. It should be impossible to take a football job like Indiana and turn it into this like this. They should not be. You shouldn't be able to do it. And he's just done it.
He's done it. He did it in 1 year.
In fact, if you were thinking about taking the Indiana job, what your agent or Nick Saban or somebody else in the industry would tell you is that that's not the one for you. You're just going to die here like everybody else. They would tell you not only you can't do what you think you're going to do, you'd be stupid to even try it.
You know what I've wondered? I wondered how many ADs out there like watched him and thought, like I'm saying when he was cracking at James Madison or whatever. I wonder how many people almost hired him. You know what I mean? Or I wonder if he ever did other interviews at the like big schools, whatever, because that is just so bizarre.
Well, here's what happens is that I don't know his entire resume in front of me, but he largely worked outside of power conference football. He just largely worked outside of that. And so what happened for the longest times, whether like Ben McCollum on the basketball side at Iowa is a very similar thing.
Oh, he was like Northern Iowa, right?
He was at Northwest Missouri, something like that. Like
Drake,
and then went to Drake one year, and then now he's at Iowa. But what would happen is you go, okay, guy's clearly a brilliant basketball coach, but it's all about recruiting. Mm-hmm. And in basketball, it would be like, okay, but has he ever recruited at the power conference level? Does he know the AAU coaches on the Nike circuit? And if you didn't have these relationships, it was almost like, I don't care how good of a basketball coach you are or football coach you are. If you don't have these relationships, you can't get players. If you can't get players, you can't win. So guys like that would just get stuck. It was better to be the third assistant on a good Kentucky staff than a national championship Division II coach, because they would just look at you and go, you can coach basketball, but you can't get players.
Well, and this goes back to what I was talking about a week ago, which is like, it never crossed anybody's mind for Indiana. If Indiana ever got good when we were like years ago, we would just assume they're cheating their ass off. Like they hired, they hired Terry Bowden and he bought, $1 million guys, whatever.
Right.
Like that's the only way they could ever be awesome at football. But they got crazy rich alums. It's very Vandy-esque too, where it's like all of a sudden, like now it isn't cheating, and you got more money, bro.
Yeah. And I've talked about this on another play. So you wouldn't hire people like that because you didn't think they could do the job. They could coach the sport, but couldn't do the job. Now it's just NIL. It's just you're buying players. You don't have to have relationships to get players. Right. You just have to have money.
Who's awesome at coaching football or basketball?
This is what I've said. If I were a power conference bad power conference job, I would start looking at Division II, Division III, NAIA, and I would say, give me 5 people who are just killing everybody down here, like Ben McCollum was.
Yeah.
And who are just, because I can bring them here, give them money, and they'll get the players and then they'll win. Because I would hire those people now way more than I would hire some unproven assistant coach from a SEC school.
Well, and you also wonder, right? Like now, like we were watching the other day, this video that they put out of this, it was a lighthearted video of their offensive coordinator at the University of Memphis, really young guy, and they did the good counter on him, where he says good, like all the time, whatever. And then we looked him up, and his offense was unbelievable at Old Dominion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We didn't know. I mean, those games hardly have a camera at them,
right?
And it's like, bro, you don't know. I think there is probably a lot of teams that are going like, bro, find the guys again, because this is what Norvell did once upon a time, and now Kenny's killing it at Arizona State, and Lanning's killing it at whatever. The up-and-coming young guys that are actually, unbelievable at scheming it up are the real advantage.
Well, Dillingham was a great example. When he got promoted to offensive coordinator, when Mike promoted him, I was like, I remember going on the show the next day and saying, I don't think I've ever met him. But I guarantee, I assume he's going to be great, and here's why. Because he's 27 years old, or how?
Right.
There is no scenario you hand this job to a 27-year-old unless it's like, my God, this dude's special.
Yes.
That's it. If you look at John Calipari, Billy Donovan, Rick Pitino, they all got jobs late 20s, early 30s.
Yep.
At ages you would never, but there's something about them that people see and they go, this dude's different. And Dillingham's different.
Well, that's what they say about this guy from, we'll see if it works out, the Kentucky guy.
Yeah.
He was Dan's guy.
Right.
At Oregon. And it's like, all right, now take this over.
But all the stuff that used to matter hiring coaches does not matter anymore. So I imagine, to circle back to Cignetti, you'd sit down with him and you'd go, okay, the Wikipedia page looks great in terms of the winning percentage and championships, but kind of a weirdo and has never really recruited players like this. I don't know how he's going to compete with Nick Saban and Kirby Smart. That's how you would move off of him.
Okay.
But now it's like, well, we're Indiana. What else are we going to do? And now let's give them all the money. And holy God, what do we got? Yeah.
Well, and also all the old cheaters or player getters, those guys are infinitely less significant because those relationships, the gift of gab, being the great salesman, that doesn't matter nearly as much anymore. And I say that to bring up how does LSU basketball have 4 players, bro? They say classes start in 2 weeks, and that was going around everywhere last night.
Right.
Speaking of a guy that once upon a time maybe worked around the edges. Mm-hmm. But how does he have 4 players?
It's obviously
Will Wade is the new LSU.
Will Wade at LSU. They got no team right now.
How?
It's honestly, I don't know, because at some
Can
point.
you imagine if we had 4? I mean, at least Penny's got a roster.
At least he's got a whole roster. Like at some point, you just go, this is the best we can get, and you take them. But they're working overseas stuff. They're gonna this 5th year. You're gonna see a slew of like
a whole team from Slovenia
or like
and they're wearing LSU jerseys.
Or it's a bunch of 5th-year dudes that just got eligible because of an injunction. They all thought they were done with college, and then like 4 of them are going to be at LSU.
Doug McDaniel,
stuff like that. It's going to be stuff like that. But it is wild.
Can you explain that to me before you get out of here? What is this whole like? So now what the? Explain to me the 5-5 thing.
Okay,
and
so,
why, what I need to know as a fan.
Okay, so the new rule is going to be 5-5 moving forward, starting now. So you enroll in college right now. Okay. You're a college freshman. You now have, with very few options outside of that, like for a women's basketball player, if you get pregnant, you might get a waiver. You know, for that year. If you're on a religious mission, you might get a waiver. But in theory, for a normal student athlete, you start college, you have 5 years to play 5 seasons. You don't have to play. You could redshirt one of them. Totally up to you. But you can play 5 years of college football and 5 years of college basketball if you want to. That starts now.
So it's a grad year?
It's like we were just wondering, like, what do you even say? So I think this will be something like this. You're a freshman, then you're a sophomore, then you're a junior, then you're a senior, then you're a super senior.
A super senior.
Something like that. So this gets implemented, passed. It's not even really a debate. Like, people are like, this is kind of good. It clears up a lot of the stuff.
So wait, is it no injury waivers?
Yeah. If you tear your ACL, that's just too bad. You shouldn't have done that.
You have 5 years
regardless
of
5 years to play 5.
Okay,
if you tear your ACL twice, you might only play 3 seasons in 5 years. But when you enroll in college, your 5-year clock starts.
And there is it's non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable, except for like there's a few waivers, religious stuff, but I don't think injury is part of it.
Really?
Medical red shirts, I don't think is a thing anymore.
Wow.
So it's 5 years to play 5. So what happened then is
because that's how we've gotten into the 7 and 8 year college.
There you go.
Right?
They just want to cut it off and get the 26-year-olds out of college, and this was a way to do it. And the NCAA has actually done fairly well in courts, holding up eligibility rules based on this kind of stuff. So it passes. Everybody's happy. Then the college seniors who just left, Braden Smith at Purdue, and everybody like him because they played there 4 years. Right. They were outside of the COVID window, but then before this, they were not included in this. The NCAA just said, everybody getting 5 years moving forward, but not you. And the class of the guys who were college freshmen in 2022, they are saying, well, if everybody gets 5 years now, why not us? This could be our 5th year. Like this upcoming season, just like it's going to be the freshman's first, it should be my 5th. So they started going to court and they got these injunctions passed. And now the NCAA is appealing. Nobody knows exactly where it's going. But in this moment, if Braden Smith wanted to come back to college, there is a path for him to do that.
Bro, that's why I saw, and I did not know, maybe you would know better than me, if it was real or not. But did you see all that stuff going around? I sent it to Roser. All that stuff going around last weekend about Richie Saunders going to Kentucky.
Oh, yeah,
and I was like, how? We just drafted him 32nd.
Yeah, but if he hasn't signed an NBA contract,
But then would we retain his right?
I think you would, yeah.
I think you would have to keep his rights, yeah.
Yeah.
And he also has a torn ACL, by the way.
Yeah.
But, like, that was like a thing that was going around on the internet. So I was like, is that fake or is that real?
Well, I'll tell you, this was the conversations.
I didn't know if somebody was making a Jaden Quinton's joke or if that was like.
No, I think it's. Well, first off, it's also blurry. Like, you don't know. It's like you can give it a shot. You can give anything a shot and just take it to court and see.
Well, and also he hasn't signed a contract.
There you go. So.
That would be crazy.
Well, how about this? Here's a conversation I was having with coaches and agents and stuff out in Vegas, Summer League. Because it was like, I was talking to one agent. He's representing, second-round picks, undrafted rookies, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he said, here's my dilemma right now. He said, let's say I've got John Roser. John Roser went undrafted, but the Warriors want to give him an Exhibit 10, and maybe the Grizzlies want to give him a two-way or whatever, however this works. So, these types of contracts. We would take those under normal circumstances. But, and this was before the injunction started happening, he's like, if these players go to court and we get the injunction, I can sign a two-way contract with this John Roser for, however much those are, $500,000, whatever they are, Exhibit 10 for a month, or I can go back to college with him and make $4 million. He said, so here's where I'm at right now. I've got clients.
This is the John Blackwell thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, where he's going to Duke.
I had an agent tell me this. I've got players who are right now on that summer league roster. They are playing inside Thomas and Mack right now. When this is over, I know that this NBA franchise is going to slide a contract over. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be a real NBA contract, but it'll be and I got to go. I don't know that we can sign this right now. Because if the courts say John Roser can go back to college and get his 5th year, I know Kentucky will give me $3 million for John Roser. I ain't taking your Exhibit 10 contract. And so everything was just in a holding pattern.
Well, because somebody was listing the guys off. They were saying like Richie Saunders, Braden Smith, Dylan Mitchell. Here are the second rounders that have not signed yet.
Yeah.
And at that point, you would theoretically be competing against whoever, Purdue, Kentucky, St. John's, any of those particular universities, and they will get more from the schools.
You will make way more
from the NBA team. Like, I mean, ain't no way around unless you signed them to
every name you just said
would get more in college.
Not even close. Yeah. Not even close.
Right.
Not even close. And so that's it. Like Mark,
because they may not even get 2 ways.
Well, like Mark Pope at Kentucky, like he has already said, we've been sitting on 14 players on our roster for weeks in anticipation of this. We kept a spot open. And so these guys are going to be coming back to school. A lot of them are going to come back to school.
It'd be crazy if the 32nd pick in the draft, that's the first pick of the second round, is what we used on, or was it?
Yeah,
the second pick.
It's first or second.
Or second pick.
Second pick, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, right, because 31 would be.
But it just becomes, I mean, take it to Braylon Mullins, the UConn kid who hit the big shot. I've told you this before, he was in the draft. They were gone. And then
he got more money than he would have gotten for going in the lottery.
Well, Dan Hurley just sat down with him and said, I know you want to be in the draft and you want to be a lottery pick, and you might be, and that's fine, but here's $5 million. Come back to UConn. You'll have more fun doing this.
I think I might have saved this graphic the other day. One of those sites put up a graphic. I'll see if I have it, where it was like, okay, they put up a graphic, Front Office Sports did, via The Athletic, and it was 18 college basketball players making more than LeBron this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? Like, when you put it into context like that,
because
he signed for $4 million,
Thomas Houck at Florida will make about twice as much money playing basketball this season as LeBron James.
Here's the ones they mentioned. Aiden Sherrill at Indiana, David Punch at Texas, Flory Bundiga at
Badunga. He was at Kansas. He's Louisville now.
Louisville. Jackson Shellstad, Louisville. Mm-hmm. John Blackwell, Duke. Juke Harris, Tennessee. Masama Diop at Gonzaga. Milan Momcilovic at Kentucky. Mustafa Thiam at Michigan. Nicola Costa Rica at UCLA. PJ Haggerty at Texas A&M. Really?
Oh, I would think. I mean,
he's going to make more money than LeBron.
I mean,
okay. Shamit Tulu. Maybe that's why this is an Indiana guy. Marquette has one.
Yes.
Sandara Frew. They're paying over $4 million at Marquette.
I talked to a mid-major coach. I mean, a mid-major in every way. If I told you the school, you'd be like, that's a mid-major school in a mid-major league. And they got a player back at some point. Like, they expected to lose him, and they got him back. And I was like, yeah, that was why. How'd you guys get him back? And he was like, money. And he liked us here, and I was like, how much? And they said $1 million. It was more than $1 million to get him back for 1 year at a mid-major. So that's the kind of money that's out there right now. I mean, this was like, and
that Thomas Houck guy that you mentioned is on there. Tunde Yusufu from St. John's,
right?
JT Toppin at Texas Tech, Terrence Stokes at Kansas, and Zoom Diallo at Kentucky. It's 18 players making more than $4 million.
Like, so just to circle back to this 5 and 5. Like, I would be fascinated to see what happens when, like, the next Tyler Hansbrough comes along. Somebody who is an awesome college player from the jump, but not really a great NBA prospect for obvious reasons.
Oh, what's his name? Timmy.
Drew Timme.
Oh, he could have made a fortune.
Oh, you ready? So 5 years.
Yeah.
If you entered college as the number 1 recruit in America, something like that, but you're 6'8", big-bodied, you're Tyler Hansbrough.
Yep.
You could, I'm not exact, you could make $50 million by the time you left college. $50 million. No problem.
It's insane.
Chris Spear told me at Ole Miss that he can sit down with players right now. They've got the NIL stuff good enough. This was a year ago, so don't. But he was like, I can reasonably tell recruits, if you come here, exhaust your eligibility, you will leave here with no debt, a college degree, and millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Yeah.
All right. Enjoy your weekend.
We do have quick golf tournament news. It has been released. Rory McIlroy is coming.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. He didn't play last year.
He didn't?
Yeah,
No.
he skipped last year. He is coming to Memphis this year.
I think a lot of this is all like the PGA is really putting pressure on these guys because whether it was FedEx or whether it was any of these other sponsors, one of the major things that the reason that all of this is being changed in part is because everybody that signed all those like sponsorship deals with golf, they were like, bro, we were supposed to get Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau and Cam Smith. Like, you're not even delivering. Like, what we signed up for is not what we have gotten.
Let me tell you who, top of that list, CBS Sports.
Yeah.
You sign a golf deal with the PGA Tour, you think it's got Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau and Phil Mickelson.
Cam Smith.
Yeah. And
a lot. Like, even the guys that had recently won.
Imagine.
Abraham Answers.
Well, this is the point I try to make. Imagine you're
John Rahm.
John Rahm. Imagine you're a television network and there's this amazing television show that's been going on for decades and it's amazing and everybody loves it and you buy it. And just as soon as you buy it, 5 of the top 10 actors just leave the show. It's not the same show anymore, but you're still paying the same price. So, it's the thing. Yeah. It's the thing.
Will you end up straight to Netflix? Like, there's one time I was scrolling through and there's like 10 American Pies. That's what it is.
It's become like a franchise.
No.
TV.
Like, Tara Reid ain't in it. You know what I mean? Shannon Elizabeth ain't in it. But, like, there are. They just kept on making them. But nobody, you know what I mean? You only remember the ones with Jason Biggs and Stifler. Right?
Yeah, like, you look up and it's supposed to be Brooks and Bryson and those guys, and it's not.
Yeah.
That's a thing you got to fix.
I bet there was some serious leaning on Rory. Like, bro, we know you're finding the points.
But come on. Show up.
Yeah.
Show up.
All right.
And given the news of the week, it's like, hey, you only have to go there 2 more times.
In August.
He's like, Tiger never went once.
You're not Tiger.
I've already done my time.
I've done my time. I've sweat enough.
Go enjoy your weekend.
Right,
we'll be back into this. Chris Vernon Show.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefits, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets.
Pressure-packed moment in sports, hands down, has to be shootout in the World Cup. Because I am a casual fan of the beautiful game called football. I wanted to throw up. I wanted to throw up for all of these teams, for every kick.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Stay on top of everything happening in the 901, the Mid-South, and beyond with Grind City Media's e-newsletter, bringing all the news and notes directly to your inbox. Lang's World, always by Lang Whitaker, touches on the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture, while Michael Wallace's Grizzlies Insider brings you all the latest coverage and analysis around the Grizzlies and NBA. Don't miss a thing. Stay connected to the conversation and sign up to download the lowdown today at grindcitymedia.com.
When the arena lights dim for a concert or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person who will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's a person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to give you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let other fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Whole city turns up. Where the best belong. Never love. Shit, never love. 901 to the world, let them know we gotta never love. Yeah, never love. Bluff City show out, gotta level up, never love. Shit, never love. Got soul, got heart, got pride, gotta never love. Yeah, never love. 901 to the world, let them know we gotta never love.
New Amsterdam Vodka is an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. It's the only exceptionally smooth vodka that is 5 times distilled, 3 times filtered, and rated 93 points. New Amsterdam believes wins big and small become legendary when you celebrate them with your crew. So here's to the blue, white, and gold, the Memphis grit and grind, and reliving winning moments big and small with Tennessee's favorite basketball team. New Amsterdam Vodka. Find your wins.
Bennett, the NBA Cup Championship game next season is going to be played at historic Hinkle Fieldhouse on campus at Butler University. You tell me, some people are calling it a disaster. I would argue it's not only not a disaster, it's an improvement. The idea of let's take this cool new thing and put it in Las Vegas made sense on a very surface level.
Yeah.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris
On one morning
Vernon.
bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I'd been speeding on that train that would bring me back again to that girl I left in sunny Tennessee. I could hear those voices singing as she bid farewell to me. Far across the fields of cotton, my old homestead I could see. As the moon rose in its glory, then I told my saddest story of the girl I left in sunny Tennessee.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. Your Tennessee Army National Guard has been serving the volunteer state and our nation with pride since 1636. Interested in making a difference? Speak to a Tennessee Army National Guard rep today or visit nationalguard.com/Tennessee to find out how you can serve your community and attend any of Tennessee's public colleges and universities with 100% tuition and fees covered. All right, we're going to give you 5 things for the weekend, brought to you by Tennessee National Guard. Number 5, Devin has been out today because he is headed up to Nashville, where he is going to be covering the blue and white scrimmage that is going on tonight for the Tennessee Titans. And hopefully getting to talk to Cam Ward and some of the other guys, but he is up there for the Titans blue and white thing tonight, and he will see in person for the first time something that caused a tremendous amount of controversy, and a lot of people either text me or sent to me via social media, and they were saying bro. T-Rack did not used to look like your beloved Ricky Raccoon at your house, but they have turned T-Rack into Ricky Raccoon. Look at this transformation.
Oh!
People hate it. They hate it.
He is a furry. He looks like an animated raccoon.
That's what they did. T-Rack on the left. Now, look.
Wait. So
what's
what's
the guy's name? Paul Koharski? Is he the one that's been writing about Nashville forever? Like the Titans forever? He has been on a mission to get rid of T-Rack for years. And now, not only did they not get rid of T-Rack, they just changed it.
Wait, so the left is the new one?
No.
The right? Okay, that's
the
what
right
I thought.
is the new
That's what
one.
I thought. The right's the new one. Yeah, the left looks so much better.
And the right one looks like Ricky.
It
looks exactly like Ricky.
It looks like the woodland critter thing on South Park.
Also, the one that I sent you. So that's the new T-Rack. We're going to have to say...
That is not intimidating at all. Like, you need an intimidating mascot. That is not intimidating. Like, Grizz is kind of intimidating. That is... I'm whooping the Titans' ass if I go in that stadium, if I see that thing.
There's Ricky.
That's Ricky. Ricky.
I mean, it looks red right there, but like, yeah. If you had like, if I would have properly taken that picture with all the lights on, he's gray and he does look. That is more accurate. There's not a I don't even know what the hell the thing on the left is now that I know there's no raccoon is like. Looks like that. It does look more raccoony.
It absolutely looks like an actual raccoon now.
But it also
scary.
looks like something at Chuck E. Cheese.
It does.
Like
it looks like a Chuck E. Cheese raccoon.
Playing guitar.
Yes. Hi, kids.
And this one actually probably will play guitar.
It'll sing a Ella Langley song. Something.
Why not? All right, number 4, the WNBA this weekend. All right, so there was a huge game last night that everybody had commentary about between Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson, and a huge Chelsea Gray game winner last night for the Aces over the Fever. I did get caught up watching Olivia Miles versus the Fever last weekend. This weekend, we have Aces Lynx tomorrow, which I did watch. The Lynx are obviously Olivia Miles as well, right? So that one's going on tomorrow. And then Fever Sky. So they do have Caitlin Clark and that crew on tomorrow. And then on Sunday, Aces are playing the Liberty. And then you've got Lynx versus... What did I write down here? What's Sunday? Who did I write? I can't read my own writing. Who do the Lynx play on Sunday? It's got to be somebody that was worthwhile to me writing it down. Wings. Oh, Paige Beckers.
Yeah, Beckers. Okay.
Beckers. Okay, it's Wings. Okay, the Wings play against. So if you want to check the WNBA, they do have some big games.
Yeah.
And some big stars that are going to be playing this weekend. Number 3, the Wyndham Championship. So I'm not going to bore you with everybody that's like on the bubble right now, but the reason that this one matters, this is the last round, or this is the last tournament that they're all going to play before they head to Memphis next week. And
it's your last chance to get in the top 70.
Yeah, so throughout this, it'll be worthwhile watching on Sunday, because what they'll do is they'll put up on the leaderboard the bubble.
Yeah.
And so you're going to know kind of what guys need to do in order to either get into the top 70 or, more importantly, not drop out. Because, if you're not in the top 70, like literally, like this is a lot like conference tournaments in college basketball. Like, bro, your season's over. If you don't get into the tournament, then that's your last game, right? Like, so that's the tournament. So for a lot of golfers, I mean, look, literally everybody except for 70 of them, it's over after Sunday. And so it will be worthwhile to keep up with, just because they're going to be doing the whole bubble thing. And you remember, like, it was Justin Thomas, like a couple of years ago, like barely missed I think it was like holding out in order to get into it. So like there's always guys that are on the bubble, and usually there's some pretty big names that are on the bubble, but that's going on this weekend. So the Wyndham Championship. Number 2, oh my goodness. You're never going to believe this. So a couple of weeks ago, I told you that I ran into my homegirl, Rachel Heck.
Oh, yeah.
Who is the best amateur golfer in the world. She was playing at, obviously went to Stanford, won the national championship as a freshman, had a bunch of injuries and things that set her back while she was in college. She then, for No Laying Up, the very famous podcast / website, she wrote this huge, long letter about walking away from golf. Like, she just, after her time at Stanford and another national championship, she was on that team with Rose Zhang and all them. She walked away. She's like, you know what I mean? Like, basically, like, this isn't going to be my life. I'm not going to be an LPGA player. Like, I'm going to go. And she was in the Air Force, and she's doing all this stuff. So anyways, probably like, I guess it was June, the beginning of June. So that's, 2 months ago now. I ran into her. At the golf course. I'm like, oh, she's on a putting green with her pops. I'm like, Rachel. She's like, I've got the bug.
Yeah, she's getting the itch.
And I was like,
jonesing for golf.
No, there's probably always going to be part of you that goes like, what if I had done it? And she's like, I'm just going to try to, she's like, I think I'm going to just enter some amateur tournaments and like play in those. And but I do have the bug. Like, I want to play competitively.
Yeah.
Again. She had not played in 3 years. 3 years. She went and like worked for a private equity company in New York. She's engaged now. She lives in New York. She's doing her art full time, but she got the bug and she's like, I want to play some golf some more. Right. And I'm like, oh, this would be the most awesome story ever. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The United States Women's Amateur Championship. So the best amateur players in the world are playing this week, right now, as we speak. It's at the best golf course by most people's consideration, the Honors, which is in Chattanooga. So it's not that far away from here, right?
Yeah.
Her dad is caddying for her. She is playing in it. So the way it goes is you have to play at the beginning of the week and you have to qualify. And then it's a 64-man tournament, right? They do it just like the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
That's how the amateur tournament goes, right? She was, after the first 2 rounds to decide who gets in, who doesn't, the seeding, she's 61st.
Oh.
So she did get in.
Yeah.
And yesterday, she won on the last hole in her first match.
Okay.
And this morning, she has already won.
All right.
And she now is in the Sweet 16 and is
Okay.
playing, and she has another round today. It's on Golf Channel.
All right.
She's playing right now.
Let's go.
They're making a big deal of this.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
USGA's like Instagram or whatever, they're like, for the first time in 3 years, Rachel Heck is back playing. And I mean, because she was supposed to be Tiger.
Yes.
Right? And she's obviously a Memphian, and we love her here on the show. She is in the Sweet 16 right now. And then if she wins today, right now, then this match, then she'll move to the Elite Eight, and it's all on this weekend. It'll be on Golf Channel. That would be I am so rooting for this to happen.
This would be so cool.
Dude.
So cool.
If she won the United States Women's Amateur Championship.
Yes.
Because then you get into everything. By winning the championship.
That get you into all
she'd
the
be in like the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
So then she's just playing amateur. She doesn't
Do
want.
they have the same majors as the men's? Is it the same ones?
I think they actually have 5. But
Okay.
they have.
Is the women's Masters a thing?
She didn't want to be like a full-time LPGA golfer.
Right.
But this is the way to get into, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
Well,
Yeah.
you can do like some of the other guys, like, which is like, I'll just play the majors.
Yeah, I'll play the majors.
But she's in it right now in the amateur championship right now. And so she's already in the Sweet 16. I'd have to check because I have not. I believe they teed off at 12:45, I think was her next one. Yeah, I think it was her next one was the 12:45. So they are, but she won the round of 64. She's one up through 2 holes.
Okay. Yeah, she is. Yep. She is playing. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Can't say that name.
Yeah. She's playing the girl with literally the longest name in the history of
the
letters.
longest name in the history
But
of the world.
She's up 1 through 2 holes. So Keep an eye out for that. That'd be an amazing story.
Her last name has 17 letters.
She's in it right now. So if she gets through this one and wins this one, she'll be in the Elite Eight, and it'll all be on Golf Channel this weekend.
That's awesome.
And these matches are fun as hell to watch.
Yeah.
Because the way they do the tournament, right? It's just 1v1.
Okay.
That's going on this weekend. And then number one, 3 weeks from tomorrow, you will be able to look at your calendar and go 3 weeks from tomorrow. We're going to be watching Memphis play against UNLV and the rest of the first week of college football. It will be exactly 3 weeks from tomorrow. And at 11 a.m., you wake up, College Game Day will be on. And then at 11 a.m., TCU, North Carolina from Ireland. And then the rest of the day is USC, San Jose State. Virginia, NC State's not bad.
It's not bad. These two power teams.
North Dakota State, Jacksonville State, Eastern Michigan, Sac State, Stanford, Hawaii, Florida State, New Mexico State, and then at 9 o'clock, Memphis versus UNLV. Now, we'll give you a heads up. That is going to be going on 3 weeks from tomorrow. Less than that, 10 days from tomorrow, we are going to be doing our Tiger Takeover. And so hopefully we'll get to know a bunch of the individuals that we'll be rooting for. But, yeah, man, I mean, you made it this far. And let me just say, because we didn't get to talk about it earlier, I was wildly enthralled with that Hall of Fame game last night. I left it on the entire time. I was texting you.
No, I know. Yeah.
Bro,
I got to see the end of it.
And it is so funny that literally last week you mentioned a guy you loved, and it was Haynes King.
Yeah.
And then they were saying last night in the broadcast, they're like, he won ACC Offensive Player of the Year and did not get drafted by anyone. And they showed a clip during the game. They showed a clip of the game. You know, I loved Haynes King. And for him to put his head down to get the touchdown to win the game.
Oh, man.
With 2 seconds
It's
left.
like I'm going John Elway at this.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So he's exactly
he also had the big run on that drive for the first down, too.
Bro, Haynes King was balling.
He was balling.
And can I mention that Carson Beck looked friggin' awesome?
Yeah.
He did.
Dude.
He was throwing dots. He had one end zone pass where I was like, yo.
Maybe he's
Carson
not so
Beck.
bad.
Well, I mean, he did play, no, he was never bad. He was just annoying.
And then they brought in Keaton Slovis.
No, but dude, I love Haynes King so much. And then he had that game winner. But this is what I loved. So they're like, he didn't even get drafted, and they're doing all this stuff when he was at Georgia Tech or whatever. This will prove I watched the whole damn thing. I watched the interview with Luke Kuechly, with Adam Vinatieri, with all of them, right? At one point during the game, they're doing like the Haynes King deal. Haynes King once went to Texas A&M, then went to Georgia Tech. Obviously, ACC Player of the Year, but he didn't get drafted. People question this and this and this. And they're like, well, one of the things you can never question is dedication to the game, whatever. And they put a picture up on the screen. For anybody that was watching this, you will know what I'm talking about. Roser, it's like a king-size bed with a pillow. And you can see in the thing, it is very clearly the locker room. The facility.
Yeah.
At Georgia Tech. And they were like, he slept there. And he's like, now Mike, I love football, but I'm not. You know what I mean? It was so crazy. They're like, you think you're a football guy? Haynes King slept in the facility, and they showed his friggin' bed and pillow.
He had a bed in the middle of the locker room in the middle of the facility?
No, I don't know where it was in the facility, but it was very clearly the Georgia Tech football facility. And they show it's on the floor.
Oh, he's a football guy.
Bro, it's a mattress and a pillow. Just to prove.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're first to show up, last to leave? I'll stay here.
Yeah. He's a football guy.
The only thing that matters to me is this.
His football.
Yeah.
I'll lay it on the line for my teammates.
He is.
I'm going head first in the end zone in a preseason game against the friggin' Cardinals.
Bro, I love Haynes King so
Boo
much.
on the Cardinals not playing Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, that was super
That's
annoying.
lame.
Super annoying. But I did quite enjoy watching it, and the game was fun. Oh, these teams were scoring like crazy. It was a final, like 37-34 or something like that.
33-30. 33-30. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were down. He threw a dot, also had the run, but then with 2 seconds left, ran the thing in. They were down 27 to, yeah, that's right, because they were down 30-27.
Yeah.
When he ran it in.
Yeah, it was a high score. I mean, it was 16-10 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like, 16-10. You got a high score in fourth quarter.
But we are exactly 3 weeks away from college football beginning, so we are almost there. It's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to John Rose across the glass. Thanks to Gary Parrish for joining us. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. We'll be back on Monday. Everybody have a wonderful and safe weekend. Until then, we gone.